Hello? Why is it important to stay inside the question? Imagine that you are a very ambitious person that likes to do hard stuff. But this is coupled with an inability to stay inside the question, which means that you always want to have an answer, and you want to have that answer very quickly. Let us have this case and apply it to the process of wanting to learn a special move like the handstand. Now, for example, you hear a lot that you have to practice and that you need to practice a lot to learn such a thing like a handstand. But at the same time, you tend to want to come up with answers quickly. And if you don't have an answer, then that's an answer like, I can do it. And so let us unpack this example of the handstand. You want to learn the handstand, and you learn that you have to practice. So you go and practice. You go and practice your handstand by standing on your hands, right? That is the answer. Then you go in a week or two, and you can do it. So now you have come up with an answer, namely that you cannot hold a handstand, and I cannot do it. And so the riddle has been solved. And this happens when you have a high ambition coupled with the inability to stay inside the question. First of all, you did something good, you went and practiced, but you didn't know how to practice. If you had the ability to stay inside the question, then it will lead to the realization that there is a process involved. You have to learn how to do the handstand. This you skipped because you wanted to have an answer. Second is, because now there is a process involved, you have to stay inside the question. So now this leads to de-ambitioning of the process. I mean de-ambitioning of yourself, which means I want to get the handstand, but I cannot do it. So maybe I should learn first how to open up my shoulders because my overhead motion is not there. Or I have very weak wrists that need to be developed, or my elbows, or my chest. And all these things require the ability to stay inside the question, to not tend to come up with an answer quickly. So staying inside the question leads to the so-called de-ambitioning, the lowering of the bar. And this way, actually, you will get what you want. So this is also some kind of a paradox, right? The more you desire, the less you get, and the less you desire, the more you get. In this way, you cannot change what you think you have. Think about that. Bye.